I know what I'm about to dive into is going to sound really crazy, but sometimes I like to ride it out, and if you want to go on this journey with me, hold on tight. A lot of the theories I make is really just me looking at evidence and then making up a story. I know it's not real. I just do this for fun. What if I was wrong about Nathan? I mean, yes, he's really off the hinges, but maybe in a way we didn't realize. I feel like he might be less guilty than I originally thought. I mean, he's still done some awful shit, but maybe he's more than that. When you look into Nathan's files in Principal Wells' office, he has a history of acting out. At the beginning, he would act out and then quickly apologize for it. He also draws disturbing imagery. These are symptoms of a teenager who is not only dealing with mental illness, but also probably some sort of trauma. Some would say these would be symptoms of PTSD in adolescence. Keep in mind that I'm not an expert, and I'm only saying these things because Nathan is not a real person. He takes risperidone, which is a type of medicine that is supposed to help you think clearly and help with anxiety. This medicine also might cause muscle spasms. It is possible that Nathan never really meant to shoot Chloe and only threatened her, but his medicine made his hand twitch. Yeah, it's still really shitty to threaten someone with a gun, but it's no worse than the many other things people do in this game. I'm starting to think that Nathan witnessed something that he cannot explain, and that causes him a lot of emotional distress. Because Nathan isn't able to explain what he saw within the confines of our reality, his doctors probably think he's delusional. If you saw something you couldn't explain and then everyone treated you like you were crazy, you would act out too. Another interesting thing to note is that he tries to steal the Tobanga totem pole and threatens Samuel. Samuel seems to know more than he lets on, and the Tobanga statue has some very interesting details on it, some of it being a blue thunderbird at the top, and a woman's face on it towards the bottom. He also curses at the English teacher, who is now called out sick from the school for the entire week due to depression. I want to focus on his drawing for a second and point out that Kate draws something similar in her room. On one side, they could both have similar ways of expressing trauma, or they both saw the same thing and don't know how to understand it. Nathan is painted as a one-dimensional spoiled brat, and I feel bad for believing this. He writes in an email to Victoria that his father threatened him with a job, which seems stupid at first until Nathan says,
"You don't know shit about my father or me. Nobody here does."
Then tell me what I should know.
Why? So you can pretend to care, Spoiler alert, he's an asshole.
Maybe I could help you.
I don't need you for anything except to stay out of my fucking business, understand?
When you accuse Nathan of the things that seem like he did, he never actually really tries to deny it. He acts as if you're stupid for even thinking he did it.
Did you drug her?
You are so stupid, Max. You think you're so goddamn smart, too. Don't push me, girl. You don't want me for an enemy, understand?
It's not even as if he's trying to convince you he didn't do it. He just seems to think it isn't worth it to try and defend himself, which would make sense since everyone else in his life doesn't believe him. I don't have any doubt that Nathan did fucked up shit. It just might not be remembered the same way it happened, which is not the real world because the real world does not have time magic. What I'm about to say is not a commentary on testimonials of being drugged. It's an interpretation of the video game, Life is Strange. What if what happened to Chloe and Kate isn't what we think? Let me be clear, I believe them 100%. I believe that they had something done to them that altered their ability to function, and that is really bad and really wrong. My only thought is, what if Nathan didn't do what we think he did? I believe Kate when she says she was taken to a weird place.
I remember getting sick and dizzy.
Go on.
He was being nice for a change when he offered to help me. All I recall is driving for a long time. Then I woke up in a room. I thought it was a hospital because it was so white and bright.
Go on. I'm listening.
Somebody was talking to me in a soft voice. I thought it was a doctor until I heard Nathan and felt a sharp sting in my neck.
And I believe Chloe when she says Nathan was trying to film her.
I know I passed out on the floor. I woke up and that perv was smiling, crawling towards me with a camera.
What the fuck?
Go on.
Everything was a blur. I tried to kick him in the balls and broke a lamp. Nathan freaked, so I managed to bum rush the door and get the hell out.
I just think it's possible that at the party, Nathan really did try to help Kate, and then left her alone and someone else took her. I also think Nathan, still being a fucking creep, was trying to film Chloe, but not for raping reasons. I think he was trying to figure something out when he was filming Chloe. He seems to be trying to figure things out the same way Max is trying to figure things out. Don't get me wrong, you shouldn't do things to people when they can't defend themselves or when you have a power that they don't know about, Max. But Nathan carries around this camera with him. You see him alone with it, just staring at it, like it holds some sort of secret that he is trying to figure out. He doesn't open the viewfinder to look at the pictures inside, he just looks at the camera itself. Maybe that camera has something to do with where Rachel Amber is, and he was trying to test the camera on Chloe to see how it works. He does have that weird drawing that says Rachel in the darkroom over and over. Considering that many people think that Rachel was also a time traveler and that Max is able to do things with photography that doesn't make sense, maybe Nathan saw something happen to Rachel with that camera. And if Max is a photographer and is able to jump into photos, then maybe Rachel being a model is relevant to how her powers work, like her powers being linked to the camera instead of the photograph. I know that it's easy to paint Nathan as an awful human being, but it might be more shades of gray than black and white. You have to remember that even Max does things to people without their consent, and even goes so far as to erase when people get mad at her, but still conveniently has the memories and knowledge she obtained by hurting other people. Now here is where I get all magical whimsy wobbly. Remember that graffiti on the bathroom wall at the Two Whales Diner? The sea and sky shall turn black, and the animals will die because of it. And then the animals of the sea and sky did die, this being the seventh sign of the Hopi prophecy of the end of the world that would kill all evildoers.
Shit. What are the other signs then?
The final sign is supposed to be, you will hear of a dwelling place in the heavens above the earth that shall fall with a great crash. It will appear as a blue star. Well, after the final sign comes, the true white brother, who is supposed to hold a section of the sacred tablets, arrives. Once he shows that he has the missing piece of the tablets, he is supposed to bring justice to all those who have been cruelly mistreated. And when he appears, he is to wear a red cape. He will also have 2 helpers that will shake the earth 3 times.
The hell is this?
Snowflakes?
It's like 80 degrees. How?
Climate change. The weather confirms this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
Oh no. That tornado is headed straight for the town.
Then they will join him and end the world. If I were to interpret this within the context of Life is Strange, like a crazy person, it would be as follows. Nathan's camera has some sort of evidence for whatever happened to the girls at Blackwell. Or maybe just Rachel, or maybe it's the final piece of the puzzle that just needs to be done in order to figure out what's going on. It would be the piece of evidence that would fit in with everything else and prove something bad is happening. Chloe or Rachel could be the blue star and can be the witness to confirm everything. This will bring the end of the world, or just the end of the corruptive world of Blackwell.
You shouldn't have bitch snitched on me to that fucked up principal. You don't know shit about my father or me. Nobody here does. Spoiler alert, he's an asshole.
Maybe I could help you.
Bringing justice to those who have been treated badly. So the end of the world that we see at the end of the game isn't actually the end of the world. It's the end of the world for shitty people, and a new and better world will be created for the nice people. Nathan will come forward with evidence and Rachel will be found and be a witness or something. I assume Rachel and Max will be the 2 helpers who caused the world to shake by using their powers too much. I know I thought Chloe had to die, but now I'm starting to think that Chloe is just a symbol of death and a harbinger of sorts. And Max's job is to keep her alive until she needs to be a badass. Or maybe it's that a real hero doesn't need superpowers. A real hero just needs to be brave.
You can rewind if we get caught, right? You have mad powers, Max.
But my powers didn't save Kate. Maybe I did on my own.